So for those of you who don't know how this whole system works, every week I basically head out to my local video store that's still open, called Movie Night Videos, and they have a really neat horror section that I will try to post a picture of if I still have it. If I don't, too bad. But they have a really neat horror section, and I walk through it, and I basically pick a movie based exclusively on its cover. And then I come home, I watch it, and that's how I pick the movies. I bring this up because look at this cover. Look at this poster. This is like 60s level schlock poster making. I am so excited to review this movie, especially because it's kind of a thing that I have to deal with in people talking during movies, and I really don't mind it as long as you're not like yelling. If you're talking to your friend who's sitting in the seat next to you, fine, yeah, whatever. I do it. I'm not gonna lie. I make fun of movies with my friends when we go to watch them. And sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. It depends on how good the movie is. Like recently we saw this movie called Carved, right? And ooh, let me tell you about the movie Carved, The Slit-Mouthed Woman. It's a film based on an old Japanese urban legend about a woman who, like, her mouth is cut up, very Jokerish style. You know, except instead of scars that have healed, it's like open wounds. Like, her mouth is ear-to-ear grin, mafia style, right? And this happened because she was real obsessed with her appearance and everything, and I guess someone fucked up her mouth. They changed the lore for the film, but she goes around and she asks if she's pretty, and she's wearing like those cough guards that Japanese people wear. She's like, am I pretty? And she is. She's a very attractive woman physically. It's just once she pulls off the mouth guard and you see that open mouth wound, you know, you tend to panic a little bit. And she doesn't like that, so she fucking, you know? And it's the best. So when I saw this movie box called Carved, The Slit-Mouthed Woman, I had to watch it, right? Even it's in Japanese, it's in subtitles, but Japanese people have always done really well with their horror movies. See the movie House. So I sat down, I watched it with my friends who did not know the lore, and I tried to explain it to them, which made me seem like a dumbass when they changed it. Because the movie is actually about a man, and I guess she's a babysitter or an aunt or something, who's the child she's watching gets taken by the slit-mouthed woman, and he turns out to be her son. One of the teachers from her school is also searching for a child. And there's a little boy who's just like way better at investigating than the cops are. It's 3 stories that kind of meld into one as the film goes on. Heavy Rain style, if you ever played Heavy Rain. And it's such a neat film. Like, the CG is terrible because it's Japan and you would think they'd be more advanced, but they're not. Watch any Japanese live action movie based on an anime. But they work so hard to kind of give this character life. You know, she has her own motivations. She has a reason to kill. But the fun part is that she kind of ignores that. There is a part in the 3rd act where she catches one of our heroes and just kicks him on the floor for like 5 minutes. Like, they're trying to break into her hideaway house thing, and he's on the floor, and she stabbed him with a pair of scissors because Japan loves serial killers with a pair of scissors for some reason. And she's just there kicking him. Not even like hard, just like if you were trying to wake someone up and you were pushing them with your foot, and just kicks him for like 5 solid minutes. I feel like I'm selling this movie badly, but it's because there's not a lot to it. That's really it. It's just these 5 people and this woman who's kidnapping children, and they're trying to get their children back. But it's fun to see. Like, to see the extent of her powers, you know. She can take over other people's bodies. She's ostensibly immortal, but she can die. And if you kill her, it kills the body she's taken over. They explain her backstory. They don't really explain why she's kidnapping children, but they explain what happened to her mouth, and, you know, she keeps telling people to aim for the neck, and it never makes sense until this revelational period kind of comes in. It is good B-tier horror, and Japan has always done very well with B-tier horror. See, The Ring, Ju-on, this weird movie about this guy who takes pictures and a girl he had an affair with and killed sits on his back the whole time. I don't know what it's called. I can't put a poster up. Just know that exists. Google it, I guess. The point is, Carved was a great movie, but because I was watching it with people who had no idea what it was, what the lore was, kind of anything, they kept talking and asking questions, and it kind of took me out of the experience of having fun. Which brings me back to the original movie. I'm sorry, I got sidetracked for a second. So, shh. I guess that's how you would have to say it. Shh. And I'm sure that comes over real well on audio. Hold on. I'm sorry. I normally don't do this during recordings. I'd pause, but... Oh, okay. I have to go. So, that was my review of Carved, the slit-mouthed woman. Yes. My completely intentional decision to review that film. And next week, I'll talk about... Shh. I'll see you next time.